Hello friends, welcome to the Ekalavya University. If you are a serious IT job aspirant and all, the essential prerequisite is you must select a right and effective industry-ready training system. That's why industry, not college-oriented, industry-ready training system. If it is not a right and effective training system and all that, you have to pay price. You may not derive the expected result. That point you have to understand. So, which training system, which training you have to undergo and all that is $1,000 question. So, here I am providing a realistic yardstick. Nobody has touched this area. In this video, maximum 10 to 15 minutes video, I explain all the points. These are derived out of my 25 years of experience. And one more thing you must remember, this is a matter of your career. You should not take a chance. That's why test before trust. For testing purpose, in this video, I am going to provide you a realistic yardstick. Using them, you judge a training system and then undergo. Wish you all the best. Logically, a road journey and a career journey are alike. For a smooth road journey, you must have two essential requisites. The first one is a right vehicle. The second one is right road. If you have the both, you can have a smooth road journey and reach the destination. In the same manner, for a career journey also, you must have two essential requisites. The first one is a right course. The second one is a right training system. If you have the both, you can reach the destination as you expected and you can realize your dream. Now the question is, how to evolve into an industry-ready candidate? Bridging the skill gap. Simply seeing the figure, you can understand the solution at a glance. However, I give the complete explanation for this. Most universities fail to provide a skill set which is expected by the industry. Then what to do? For that purpose, I am providing you a 4-point formula. First one is, you have to identify the skill set which is required by the industry or which is in high demand. That is very important because there are hundreds of technologies, everybody promotes in their own fashion, but you have to understand the reality, otherwise you will fail. The second one is, you have to identify the right training system. Actually, this is very difficult because simply going by brands, you may go, brands never teach, only teachers teach. That point you have to understand. For this purpose, in this video, I am going to provide you a realistic yardstick, and by that you can test and trust. Test before trust, otherwise you have to pay price. That's the second one. Third one is, secure all these skill set independently. Don't link up with the college curriculum and all that. College curriculum is different. A semester is started, after 90 days it is over. 6 subjects you have to study. How can you get skills? Just always your focus is on getting good marks in exam. Your exam mark will not do for a career. Okay, that is the third one. Thereafter, evolve into an industry-ready professional. For that, what you require? Everything I am going to provide 3 R's: right system, a right strategy, and right study plan. All that I am going to explain in this video. As I have just told you, a training system plays a vital role in evolving you into industry ready. So you have to choose a right training system. Which is right training system? For that, you should have an yardstick. That yardstick I am going to provide you by way of 3 power facts. You can take them as 3-point checklist. Actually, this checklist is not only for us, for any training system you choose. For that, it is applicable. If you get a positive marks and all that, you choose that. Otherwise, just ignore that. The first is, what makes us truly unique? What makes anybody truly unique? Here, ordinary training will not do. Generic training will not do. Actually, industry-ready oriented training is required. Whether they are imparting such type of unique training or not, first you have to test. What is that? Just I explain within minutes. Actually, second one is, how do you become industry ready? Here, college mark, college oriented study, all are immaterial. Here, you must become industry ready. Means you should acquire the skill set what industry is exactly expecting. Then only you will become industry ready candidate and all that. For that, what are the criteria and all that I am going to explain within a minute. Thereafter, how you stand out in job competition. Actually, nowadays, not thousands, lakhs and millions of graduates are seeking for a IT career. For that purpose, your competition is huge. You should be stand out. For standing out position, what you require. Actually, it's not a big thing and all that. It's a complementary package. So that also very much important. By that, you can beat the crisis and you will be in a position to choose whatever you want, whatever career you want. You will be in a position to choose your job. Okay, that point you have to understand. Get the facts, get the clarity, and take a validation. After appraising all these criteria, ChatGPT is certified as India's #1 Excel tutorial. You can see the certification here. Discover the career sure path. There are 4 key factors for industry readiness. Now I am going to explain all these 4 in this session. Actually, out of the 4, 3 are mandatory and 4th one is optional. It is very useful, but it is optional. That is up to you. Okay. The first and foremost important one is conceptual command. Conceptual command. Actually, according to me, 99% of students never bother about concepts. If it is important for exam and all, they by heart and produce the exam. But here I am talking about conceptual command. Just a simple example I give you. Let us take Excel or any other subject. There are, let us say, 26 concepts are there. A, B, C, D. Like the 26 concepts are there. First you have to take up A, the first concept. You have to learn and understand and own it. What is owning? In the next point I tell you. Own it. After completion of A only, you have to move to B. After completion of B only, you have to move to C. The sequential order is very, very important. Then, because B is depending on A, C is depending on A and B, D is depending on A, B, C. That's why sequential order is very important. In the same manner, you have to complete up to get 100% conceptual command. You have to get one thing. One analogy I give you. These 26 concepts are like tools in the toolkit of a technician. Which tool is unimportant for a technician? Whatever tools are there, they have their role to play. Every tool is equally important. In your college exams and other, you select some questions important and unimportant. Here there is no room for important and unimportant. All are equally important. This is the first point, conceptual command. Concept is like a blueprint. Without blueprint, you cannot make any construction. This is career building. That's why this is the first step. Second one is communication skills. Communication skills means most of you feel that if you have good command over English, you feel that you have good communication skills. English is like a medium. It is a medium like other languages, Kannada, Telugu, Hindi, etc. and all that. Just it is a medium. If you have good command even, if you don't have subject or conceptual command, you cannot communicate. That's why here I am talking about communication skills. Actually, I have to put it in the first, because if you don't communicate to others, you have to communicate your knowledge and skills to others, then only others can understand. If you have good knowledge and skills, but you cannot speak, means nobody will identify your skills. It is like a tank full of water without tap. So, here one technique I am providing to you. For everything, hundreds of videos I am going to provide, just to make it a simple habit. After watching every video, just question yourself, can I explain this concept to others? If yes, A, then go to B. If yes or B, then go to C. This is the way. Just make it a habit. Just 10 concepts you practice like this, you never practice it. Otherwise, definitely not a big thing and all that. Communication is a very, very important core skill. So, whoever can speak well, they become famous. That you know that. You see, any politician who can speak well and all that, they will be established as good politicians and all that. Not good, popular politicians. So, in this way, communication skills parallelly, from the day one, this A concept, this you have to develop. The third one is matching programming skills. Matching programming skills means whatever concepts you learned and all that, all the concepts you must apply in one or more programs and all that. Then only the concept and knowledge is converted into programming skills. Simple example I give you, by that you can have a better understanding. What is knowledge, what is skill? If you know the recipe of a dish, then it is knowledge. Let us say biryani. You know the recipe of biryani, just knowledge. Actually, if you are able to prepare biryani strictly according to the recipe and all that, that is like a skill. Understand? Here, without knowledge, you cannot implement that. You cannot transform knowledge into skills. That's why programming skills, these are very, very important. Already I told you, because of your programming skills only, anybody pays for you. Understand? You can deliver something. So these are three things. These are complementary. You cannot separate them. Whenever you learn concept, you have to develop your communication skills. Whenever you learn concept, you have to apply them. So you treat them as one unit. Okay, this is mandatory. Otherwise, don't think of becoming industry ready. That too in the job crisis. And one optional thing is there: global certification. For all the technologies, global certifications are there. For Excel, Microsoft certificate, Excel certification is there. After completion of this only, you can go for that. With along with ARB, you can start the ending point of conceptual command, the starting point of preparation of induction certification. That's not a big thing. I am providing you the LMS, learning management system. There are hundreds of questions are there. Just to make it as a practice and do that. By that, in a short span of time, with after completion of this, just 10 to 15 days practice is enough to acquire the certification. That is not just a document, not a paper. It is a passport for your progress. That point you have to understand. Our Excel ALLCLEAR training system is not another tutorial, nor just a course. This is a complete Excel skill building ecosystem for IT career aspirants to evolve them into industry ready professionals. Discover the distinctions of our system. The first and foremost important is very unique: Indianized Organic Learning, which is suitable for majority Indian students. As you know, majority Indian students cannot understand foreign lectures or foreign literature. That's why I have incorporated Indianized Organic Learning in our tech studies, that you have to practically experience. After just 1 hour of your study of my system, you can understand how it is distinct, how it is Indianized. Second one is zero to pro. Actually, zero to professional. Actually, how can I appraise you your standard? What you learned, what you didn't learn, I never know. So, zero is the reality. So, based on this, I provide you everything brick by brick, zero to pro approach. And I provide you complete. You need not refer many systems, and one system is enough. Every time I provide you update. And one more thing, doubt. If you get a doubt, it's an obstruction in your study. I provide you 100% doubt free. That means it is an open, humble challenge. If you want to raise a doubt after studying a section, then you have to make a research. No doubt about that. Thereafter, Ekalavya Self-Mastering Model. Actually, Ekalavya everybody talk about. They may not know that, but I am true Ekalavya. I am management professional. I never attended a single programming class, and I could make great Dr. Abdul Kalamji as my virtual student, and authored books on all prime programming languages. That's why that Ekalavya self-mastering approach I have incorporated throughout my system. Thereafter, 100% learn by doing. Actually, it is like a learning programming is learning car driving. Car driving you cannot learn in the classroom, or simply watching how somebody is driving. You cannot learn. Only thing is hands-on. You sit in the driving seat and should learn. So here I am providing you 100% learn by doing. One program I give for learning, and similar program I give for practice. Learning, practice. This type of minimum 50 pairs I am going to provide. Ultimately, what you get out of this? The first one, clearly 4 achievements you can have. First one is conceptual understanding. You can own concept is like a blueprint. You can own it. I give the 100% guarantee. Second one is matching communication skills. If you know concept, that is not enough. You must own it and you should communicate it. If you don't communicate it, nobody will recognize. It is like a tank full of water without tap. Third one is matching real world programming skills. Actually, whatever knowledge you have, whatever conceptual command you get, and you have to transform that into real life programming skills. Then only you will become a professional. For that only an employer pays you. The last but not least, global international certification. That is optional. If you want to get an international certification, complete support I am going to provide. Then once you get international certification, you will be standout. Nobody will compete with you. Even 10,000 competitors are there also. You are one among few. That point you have to understand. You will be in a position to choose your job. For your information, after appraising our system and strategies, ChatGPT recommends us to name it as TutorEcoSystem. Tutorial means all of you know that they provide you some study notes, videos, etc. and all that. But in order to evolve into an industry-ready professional, you need many things. Whatever you need, I am going to provide you. Just I list out here for your information. First one is concept. Every concept should be explained from a real life angle. Then only you can understand them and own them. Thereafter, practical tasks. I call them as programs. Programs means concept-wise applications. I call them as program. Thereafter, projects. Projects means they develop a identifiable task, that is like a preparation of students' mark report, preparation of a wage report, etc. and all that. Those are called project. Actually, program means it focuses on one or two concepts, but projects means they may be built based on 10 concepts. So always a project build a identifiable real life task. That point you have to understand. Thereafter, assessment. Actually, monitoring is very much required. Otherwise, where you are, I never know that. That's why I am providing you learning management system. Chapter wise, you can appraise where you are. That is assessment tests I am providing to you. And this should be done periodically. After completion of every chapter or module, you should have tests that I am providing. Code slices. Actually, where intricacy is there and all that, there I am providing you code slices. Tools and tricks. A separate module I am providing you. Tools and tricks. Excel ETT 50. 50 tools and tricks. That is not the limit. I go on adding. I am freely providing that one. If you want, you can download. Thereafter, real world applications. Actually, one Excel powerhouse 50 I am providing. There 50 real world projects I am providing. Above that, I am providing you, after completion of all this, you can prepare for international certification. Microsoft Excel certification is very powerful. Once you get the certification, you will be in a position to choose your employer, choose your job. That point you have to understand. That's why ChatGPT recommends us to name it as TutorEcoSystem. Ecosystem is the entire thing should be provided, not on a piecemeal basis or not partially. That point you have to understand. That is the true distinction of our system. And one thing I am telling you, whenever you want to join some tutorial, I am not telling you join our tutorial. And just apply the training system. For that purpose, I have given a checklist. You follow it. Whatever training you may undergo, it may be online or offline. Ultimately, you should acquire programming skills, real world programming skills. Because of your skills only, an employer pays to you. That point, you know that very well. But unfortunately, you explore any tutorial on the web, not only Excel, or any tutorial. Every trainer teaches these are the commands, these are results, these are the commands, these are results. But nobody bothers about your acquisition of skills. That is the deficiency. Here, if you don't, after paying a lot of time and money, if you don't get any programming skills, what is use of the tutorial? That is my question. That's why I have developed a very, very unique system. It is like learning car driving. You cannot learn car driving in the classroom. You know that. Simply seeing somebody driving also you cannot learn. How can you learn car driving? Simply sit in the driving seat and start driving it and driving car. And today it may be zero. And after a couple of days, you know everything. You know what is the accelerator, what is clutch, what is brake, what is gear, what is the roads, what are the road signals, everything, what are the do's, what are the don'ts, everything you know practically. Learning programming skills is exactly like that, exactly like learning car driving. That's why hands on, hands on, hands on. Only one principle. After every section, you can have identifiable success. What you learn means you will have an answer. Already I told about that. Here you see the strategy. This is perfect learn by doing approach. In this Excel tutorial, I am going to give you 50 paid programs. Paid. That means, just for example, 1 year program or project for learning. And 1B, almost a replica of the program and for practice. 2A program for learning, 2B program for practice, 50A program for learning, 50B program for practice. In this way, paid programs I am giving. Ultimately, you must acquire programming skills and you feel like an industry ready professional that transforms it into a body language. You enrich your self confidence. That is my guarantee.